It's your boy Remix Reek, and we got another episode of Panache Talk, man. And today, I'm sick of you 9-to-5 slaves. I'm talking about y'all with a job that complain and cry about it every day. I see it on social media. I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of my boss. I'm tired of my co-workers. If you tired of being a 9-to-5 slave, if you tired, start a side hustle. Become an entrepreneur. Get some money with no cap on it. And what I mean by no cap on it, it means you can get infinite amount of money. You don't work so much amount of hours, like 40 hours, and you know you're gonna get, let's just say $1,000, and you're getting taxed. You work 40 hours every week, and you know what you're gonna get. Or if you work 30 hours, you know what you're gonna get. But if you become an entrepreneur, you know what you're gonna get? 0 to infinity. Yeah, because I ain't going to even lie to y'all like it's just that easy, because it's not. Because a lot of y'all are not motivated, for one, not consistent, for two, and you don't market, for three. If you're going to become an entrepreneur or get a side hustle, you need to be motivated, you need to market yourself, and you need to be consistent. I know you tired of making that same amount of money on a paycheck and it's never enough and it's only a little bit to have a little bit of fun. I know you tired of that. I'm tired of it for you. Shit, I was tired of it when I used to have a job. Now I don't have a job. You know what I do now? I'm an entrepreneur. I have side hustles. I work for me. I have an LLC, an INC, incorporation. Yeah, and you could do it too. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a black man in white America. If I could do it with dreads and tattoos on his face. Hold up. If I could do it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Look, in the workplace, they don't want you to have tattoos on your face, right? But when you're the boss, you make your own rules. You know what I'm saying? The harder you work for them, the more money you make for whatever company you work for. The harder you work for you, the more money you make for you. Woo! Now, I'm not saying just go out there and quit your job. No. Do your job. But this is what you can do. Do your job, work your job, but instead of all the extracurricular activities like taking your extra $200 that you got left from your paycheck check and buying some Jordans or going to the club, save it. Think of something you good at, something you love, and put that money into that. Or think of a side hustle, something you could work by yourself, make your own hours, and know if you put in this amount of work in, you're going to make this amount. I don't care if you sell waters. For example, you get 100 waters, you go where most tourists going to be at in your city. You get 100 waters, that don't cost that much. You can sell it for $2. You know you're going to make $200. You can sell it for $3. You know you're going to make $300. That's more than what you pay for that 100 waters. If you sell it for $5, if you're a hustler, you can sell the waters for $5. You're going to make $500. And if you do that every day, just let's say 3 days a week, selling 100 waters for $5, 3 days a week, that's $1,500 a week. That's $3,000 every 2 weeks. That's $6,000 a month. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all don't even make $6,000 a month. I'm just saying, you got to think of life like that. You got to think outside the box. And that's just all waters. Like, I'm not going to give y'all the whole recipe, the whole sauce. I can't think for y'all. I'm not your mentor, but you can pay me to be. I could be your mentor if you want me to be your mentor. Hit me up, DM me. If you talking money, I answer. If you talking hey, bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't talking money, I don't hear you calling. But I just thought I should just let y'all know that you could do this too. Just be consistent. You know, if you don't have motivation, just pick up something and do it every day or as much as you can. If you stay consistent, when you see them results, that's going to be the motivation you need. I don't care if you sell candy. I know y'all seen that viral little boy that was selling candy, had knots up to here. I swear to God, it could be done. I just gave you the math with the water. Selling 100 waters for $5, 3 days a week, $1,500 a week. That's no taxes that you keep and you decide to do with that money. Take a break from partying and all that stuff for 6 months. And for example, just sell waters. I'm not saying you have to sell waters, but find something like that. And then you sell them waters for 6 months. What's 6,000 times 6? That's $36K. 6 months. Save up put that deposit on the house. Or most of the people credit messed up. Fix your credit. Or get that new car. You know what I'm saying? It's better than looking sweet with sweet feet. Getting them new Jordans or Versace shoes, something that depreciates as soon as you put it on. I mean, a car does too, but it's better than walking. If you get what I'm saying here. What is wrong with y'all, man? Stop living in the matrix. Stop crying on the gram. Nobody cares about your problems. So every time you want to cry, do not go to the gram. Every time you want to cry, write it down that you want to complain. Every time you want to complain on the internet, write down what you could do to better your life. Every time. And I see y'all do it a lot, complain. I swear to God, I never complained once on the internet. I could be going through it. Nobody ain't gonna know. It's W's all across the board. You hear me? As far as what you see. Because at the end of the day, when you cry on the internet, you might have some people that feel sorry for you and be like, oh, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, people eating popcorn, man. They eating popcorn, looking at you go in your little downward spiral. Don't nobody give a fuck for real. What's the point of telling the internet? Is somebody gonna come through your rescue? I mean, maybe if you're a bad bitch, you might get a cash app or two. But being dependent, it don't make anything better. You're just gonna be dependent on people, and you can never become independent by being dependent. You know what I'm saying? If somebody buys you fish because you was hungry, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But why not ask them to teach you to fish so you could get your own food? If you get what I'm saying here. If you get where I'm going here. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I took a little shot, put it on my little ski mask, and I said, I'm about to podcast. These people about to hear what I gotta say because they need to hear it on my mother. But yeah, let's get back into it. Stop playing. After you see this podcast today, if you don't have a side hustle or you're not an entrepreneur, you better become one today. Or if you see this at night, you better come one tonight. Like dead ass, man. Because if I could do it, you could do it. We all can do it. I know y'all tired of being a slave in the matrix. I know I was. I swear to God, I ain't never have a job that made over $12. I ain't never have a job that made over $12. And I ain't have a job in a long time. I can't even see myself. The most money I ever made in my life is money made working for me. Not for anybody else. Money I made for me. Like, I'm just saying, like, what is 12? Let me do the math on that. The most money I made was like freaking $12. And let's just say I worked 40 hours. 40 times 12. What the hell? $480 times that by 4. 1920 is what I was making a month. I can't survive off that. What the hell? Exactly. Like, what the hell? How could I? What? Don't make any sense. It's like today and age, I swear you could be making 20 an hour now, and that's just really, and it don't do nothing. Let's do the math on it. 20 times 40. 800. 800 times 4. 3,200 a month. I mean, you could survive off that, but come on, man. 800 a week, man. I can't survive off that. Not how I'm living now. Anyway, you make more selling waters out there hustling. I swear to God. Than working for someone like busting 8 hours a day. You could be making $500 off some waters. I'm just only going to give y'all the water example because if y'all really want the sauce, you hit me up and we can have a consultation or whatever. But other than that, the game to be sold, not told, man. I already said that earlier. But I'd rather be out there hustling waters. I even spice it up for a little bit for y'all. When it becomes summer, if you a girl, sell waters in your bathing suit, and I guarantee you make 1,000. Especially if you're a bad bitch, you gonna make 1,000 a day selling freaking waters. Bring about 200 of them joints out, $5 per joint. That's $1,000, but you gonna get tips. I guarantee it. You gonna get hollered at a lot too, but try to stay professional. I mean, unless maybe the person hollering at you from a Rolls Royce or something, then that's on you, baby. That is on you. But hey, look, if you do that, if you take my idea, throw me a little incentive. Or at least, you don't even got to throw me a incentive. At least acknowledge that you got the idea from me. And I'm not saying just go out there and sell waters. I'm just saying go do something. It ain't easy, but it's easy. And you just got to get started. And you got to be consistent. Consistency beats a lot of things. Consistency beats slavery, 9 to 5 work all day in the paint. I promise you. If you don't believe me, look at this podcast in 6 months. I'm just starting. And I'm going to show you consistency on here. If you don't believe me, look at this podcast in 6 months after I'm just getting started. This is like my 4th video. I don't really know how to edit. I'm learning as I go. I'm going to show you consistency. And that's real and raw right there. I can't get no rawer than that. I told you. Now I'm going to show you. I need you to go out there and do the same thing, man. It's your boy Remix Reek. It's Panache Talk Podcast. And I want to see you on my next episode.